thank y'all for being here. Appreciate it. Yesterday, Republicans all across our state added an exclamation point to what we already knew, and that is that South Carolina is Trump country. We carried the state by 18 points for Donald Trump, helping Republican candidates win up and down the ballot. It was the biggest Republican wave in this state since Ronald Reagan. From the low country to the PD to the Midlands to the upstate, South Carolina continues to realign its electoral politics with its traditional conservative philosophy by electing more and more Republicans to office up and down the ballot in South Carolina. We aggressively work not only to defend our incumbents, but also to expand the playing field, to use what we knew would be a wave of support for President Trump to pick up as many other seats at every level as we could all around the state. The results speak for themselves. We held our supermajority in the State House, and we added 1 seat to it. We picked up an additional 4 seats in the State Senate, giving Republicans a Senate supermajority for the first time in over 150 years, winning 34 out of 46 seats. We flipped 4 sheriff's races around the state, 1 probate judge, 4 clerks of court, 3 county coroners, 1 auditor, 1 solicitor, 3 county treasurers, 13 county council seats around the state, and actually flipped control of county council in Clarendon County for the first time since Reconstruction, I suppose. Moreover, no Republican incumbents anywhere in this state lost their election yesterday. None whatsoever. Statewide, President Trump won South Carolina with 1,449,409 votes to be exact, which is 64,000 more votes than he got in 2020 here in South Carolina, beating Kamala Harris by 18 points, which is bigger than the 12-point margin that we had back in 2020. We carried an incredible 34 out of 46 counties, the most for any Republican in South Carolina, any Republican candidate in South Carolina since Reconstruction. In this cycle, we added Jasper County to the list. We missed Jasper by, I think, half a point back in 2020, and we added Jasper County. South Carolina's Victory Program, the SCGOP's Victory Program, focused on coordinating with our candidates, as well as our House and Senate Republican leadership in the caucuses, in addition to local county party organizations and other conservative organizations around the state. Just since September, just since the 1st of September, the state party worked to make over 70,000 phone calls, 240,000 text messages, 600,000 pieces of mail, over 20,000 handwritten postcards for candidates in pivotal races all across the state to targeted voters in those districts. We hosted poll watch trainings for hundreds of poll watchers around the state, reached over 268,000 new impressions on Facebook, 123,000 new page visits, and added 2,000 new followers to our page here in South Carolina. A great deal of the success that we have seen, not just in this election cycle, but in the past 4 election cycles here in South Carolina, are attributed to our straight ticket Republican support here in this state. Republicans beat Democrats for the first time in history, in modern history of South Carolina, on straight ticket voting back in 2016. It was by 2.5 points. In 2018, we beat them by 7 points statewide on straight ticket voting. In 2020, it was by 17 points. In 2022, it was by an incredible 27 points. I didn't have high hopes to actually beat that 27-point mark, because it was so incredibly high. But last night, we won on straight ticket voting by 21 points statewide, which is an incredible number, and it's an incredible testament to our candidates and the work that our local party organizations do to push straight ticket voting, so it will then help our down ballot candidates all across the state. And of course, wins like this don't happen by themselves. They happen when you have the enthusiastic and energized support of our volunteers, our grassroots activists, our voters, and state party staff, and it was the kind of enthusiasm that, quite frankly, Democrats just couldn't compete with. That's why Republicans will continue to win up and down the ballot and all across South Carolina.